Julie Ryan, noted psychic and medical intuitive, is ready to answer your personal questions, even those you never knew you could ask. For more than 20 years, as she's developed and refined her intuitive skills, Julie used her knowledge as a successful inventor and businesswoman to help others. Now, she wants to help you grow, heal, and get the answers you've been longing to hear. Do you have a question for someone who's transitioned? Do you have a medical issue? What about your pet's health or behavior? Perhaps you have a loved one who's close to death and you'd like to know what's happening. Are you on the path to fulfill your life's purpose? No matter where you are in the world, take a journey to the other side and ask Julie Ryan.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world, easy for me to say, by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. We got a bunch of callers on hold, so we will get to them here in a second. And just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on my husband, Tim. Got him home from the hospital. As you may have heard last week, we were at the cardiologist today, and he is scheduled for a heart cath on Tuesday morning of next week. So I would appreciate any kind thoughts, prayers. Keep him in mind, hopefully, when you're saying your prayers, and we'll see what they come up with in the heart cath. He did have pneumonia. He's getting better off of that, but they also found some heart stuff that they didn't like. So he's pretty scared. And of course he's scared because it's a big deal. So I will keep you all posted, and, thanks for your kind thoughts and prayers. All right, let's go to the phones, and I believe our first caller is Amy. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
How are you?
I didn't know I was going to be first. I'm good, thanks. I was just settling in to listen, and I got to be first. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm good.
Tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Culver City, California.
All righty. Beautiful Culver City. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you got a question for me?
I was just wondering if I could communicate with my dad somehow, who died in November of 2017.
Yeah, absolutely. What's his name, Amy?
His name's Jerry. Jer.
Jerry with a G or a J?
J. His name is Gerald with a G, but his nickname was Jerry, and it was spelled with a J.
Isn't that funny? How's that work?
I know. I don't know how that happened.
It's like Stephen with a PH, and then their nickname's Steve with a V. So
right.
You say, okay, well, how's that work, Mom, when you're naming them? So anyways, all right. So what I'm going to do, Amy, is I'll connect to you energetically, and I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit, because we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience. And when we're attached to a body, we vibrate more slowly just because the body has mass. So by raising my vibrational level, I'm able to connect with any spirit alive or deceased anywhere. And so I'll connect to you, and I'm sure your daddy will be standing right next to you. Usually they stand to your right. They'll know when we're talking about them. And then we'll ask them some questions and get you some answers. How about that? Does that sound good? Okay, so Here we go. Comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading out to you in L.A. Got you. Yes, he is standing to your right. So questions for him.
Are you free? Or I guess I just wonder if he's free and okay.
Yeah, he's fabulous. Like he's in heaven. That's where all spirits go. You know that movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven, All Spirits Go to Heaven too. And he says he's around you all the time. Do you play guitar?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
He's saying, did you get a new guitar? Are you using a different guitar? Did you do something to your guitar?
No.
Okay. He's saying that the tone of your guitar sounds more mellow. Is that the music you're playing, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I'm playing more mellow music. Like my recent album is more mellow. Yeah.
Okay. He's saying he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fabulous. His word, fabulous.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, did you play jazzier music before, or is this a change for you?
Not really. Not really, but I mean, I have been playing a lot of mellow. I was playing mellow music last night and this morning and today.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's funny.
Okay. He's just letting you know he's around you. That's what they normally do, is they'll come up with something that sounds so random to the person who's listening, and it's for you. It's to let you know that he's really there. So
that he's around.
Yeah. He's saying pure bliss. Yeah, he's in pure bliss.
Pure bliss?
Mm-hmm.
Good. That's good.
Yeah. Is his mother's deceased? Was he close to his mother?
Kind of. Well, yeah. It may, not in the healthiest of ways, but yeah. Okay. I think he was a mama's boy.
Yeah, he says he hangs out with her all the time now.
Oh, that's cool.
He's with her a lot. He's seen his dad, but he's hanging out with his mom, so that would make sense if he was a mama's boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We mamas love that when we have mama's boys. I have one of those too. So they make really good husbands usually. So I hope that brings you some comfort. How you talk to him, Amy, is you just say something to him, either aloud or in your head, and he'll answer you telepathically within a second. It's going to be like a thought in your head. And if you think about it for more than a second, that's going to be your brain talking to you. So play with it, and remember that spirits are really literal. So if you're asking us a question that you want an answer to about something, maybe when he was alive, or guidance or advice or something like that, be really specific in how you ask the question. Use dates and, is it in my best interest to go to this concert? Well, that's pretty general. Is it what you want to ask? Is it in my best interest to go to this concert on Thursday night, September 26th of 2019 at the Greek Theater? Kind of a thing. Be really specific, especially if you're asking for advice, and then you'll get really usable information back. Okay. And the more you practice it, the better you'll get at it, and you can do it with stuff that doesn't matter. Like, is it in my best interest to take the freeway to go to wherever you're going, or to take surface streets? And you'll get guidance. So play with it, and the more you choose, the better it'll become.
Okay, I will. It's making me think of one time when I felt my grandma, and then I asked her for a sign, and I said, make it a really big sign, because I'm going to forget that I asked you. I felt her in the middle of the night. And the next day, there was a Volkswagen. My grandma loved golf. She was a golfer. And the next day, there was a Volkswagen Golf, in my way on the sidewalk. It was, parked across the sidewalk so that I would see the word golf on the back of it. And I felt like that was her literal sign. Do you think
and they'll do that?
That's what?
Yeah, absolutely.
That kind of stuff?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep, absolutely. And if you see a bird or a butterfly or whatever, and you think of your loved one who's deceased, it's not them. They have sent it. And the fact that the thought comes into your head is telepathic communication.
Okay, that happens all the time in our backyard. I see a butterfly, and my Dustin, our son, says it too. We always think that it's my dad, saying hi.
Yeah. He's sending the butterfly. They don't turn into a butterfly. They send the butterfly. But when you get that thought, that's telepathic communication. And what most people do is they discount it. You don't need to discount it. If you're getting a thought, that's just a thought out of the blue. That's them communicating with you. Okay. So you're doing it already. Look at you.
That's awesome.
So thanks for calling. You bet.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too.
All right. Let's see who's next. I believe it's Miss Patty. Let me find Miss Patty here. Where are you here? Here you go. Hi, Patty.
Hello, Julie. How are you?
Oh, well, how are you, girl?
Yeah, my mother had the surgery, like
She
the way
did,
you
good.
predicted.
Well,
Yeah.
tell everybody where you're calling from and tell everybody what happened with your mom's surgery and what kind of surgery she had in case they didn't hear you on that show.
I'm calling from Queens, New York. So, everybody, I called up Julie about a few weeks ago because my mother was scheduled to do cataract surgery. Now, she's 87 years old. She has congestive heart failure and irregular heartbeat. And what concerned me about was more the sedation. All right, because I know that she's going to leave me sooner or later. I just don't want something to cause her unnatural way. And I even said to her, my wish is that if you're going to die, I pray you die in your sleep. The peacefulness. That's, if you're going to go, that's the way you should go. And she was a blessed woman. She got to kiss the ring of Pope John 23.
No, good. So her surgery went well, Patty?
Yes, she had cataract surgery. And she said that all the surgery she had a hysterectomy 50 years ago after giving birth to my youngest brother. She had cancer surgery 2 years ago. She had an angiogram in France because she almost died on going to Italy, on the plane going to Italy. So she said that I had surgery. I know I'm not, I know nothing's going to happen with the sedation. She said that surgery was about 15-20 minutes, and she said that she wasn't in pain, and that it's like, see, when I spoke to you last time, I failed to mention to you that her left eye, where they did the surgery first, has severe optical damage. So she's not going to see 20/20 in that eye whatsoever, but she will see a little bit. So it's supposed to improve the eyesight of the right eye.
Right.
And then she's supposed to go. I got to wait until I earn enough days off so I can take off. The only reason why it was good today because I need to take 3 personal days by September 30th. So I was off yesterday. I don't work on Thursdays, and I have off Friday and Saturday.
So she's
Friday
doing
and
good.
Monday.
But she's doing well now.
Yeah, she said that she was very happy. She thought, she couldn't believe that. She said this was so easy that it was compared to other surgeries. Now, do you see, like, her optic nerve damage getting better, or that's it? Her eye is severely damaged, the left eye.
I think her vision's going to really improve in that eye that her vision was not great in before the cataract surgery. It's almost, most people think it's almost miraculous how well their vision is after cataract surgery. So I certainly hope that works with your mom. So thank you so much for calling in and letting us know that it went well with her, because I know you were really worried about that.
Yeah, and what did you say to me? She's going to be fine.
She's going to be a breeze. Yeah. Be a breeze.
Yeah, she's going to be fine. And you're correct. You're the psychic. You are correct. So if anybody's out there listening to this, Julie is correct. If she gets this sensation about something, listen to her.
Oh, you're pretty funny. Well, you know what? I just report what I get. So I'm just delighted that your mom's better, and I'm delighted that you're relieved. So, all right. Yeah. Well, enjoy those days off when you get them. Thanks, Patty.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, funny. All right. Miss Teresa's next. Hi, Teresa.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry to hear about your husband.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Hopefully everything turns out just fine.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will.
If you say that, then he should be.
Well, yeah. I told him, I said, honey, we're just going to get you a tune-up. I said, you'll be good for another 100,000 miles.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, good.
So, yeah, we really like his doctors. So that's
you
good
feel comfortable with them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
I have a lot of questions for you, but I will go with the one that I wanted to ask you. I have had like the weirdest, I've never had nose issues before in my life, and I've had the weirdest like dry sinus infection for the last 2 months. And I was just wanting to see what you got from it. I don't know if I really need you to work on it because I have quantum biofeedback tomorrow, and she hates when I get any work done right before. But I would like to see what you get on it.
Okay. All right, I will. Teresa, please tell everybody where you're calling in from.
I'm calling in from Montana, Bozeman, Montana.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to hook into you. Comes my laser beam. All right, got you. Shooting energy from your face. Yeah, have you had nosebleeds? I mean, yeah, it's like, looks like desert. Your nose. Holy mackerel, girl.
I know.
What are you doing? Yeah. What, have you had an extra dry summer up there or something?
No. Nope. I've never had any sort of nose issues before, and it's just so dry and so, and it swells a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My swell.
I see that. So what I'm getting is it has to do with lack of moisture in your home. And do you have plants in your home?
We do.
Live plants? All right, and you're watering them and all of that?
Yeah.
I think in the short run, squirt some saline up there.
Yeah, that's
what's going on. I'm getting that the atmosphere in your home is just extra dry for some reason. So
weird.
Are you running, I wouldn't think you're running the air conditioner still up there, are you?
No, we're going to be getting snow here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We're going down to 21 degrees tomorrow. So.
And it was 91 here in Alabama. So,
oh, my goodness.
I know. So our air conditioning is still running. But that's what I'm getting. And, you know, sometimes up there when the storms come in, it gets super, super dry.
Yeah, but
in the winter
pretty
time.
Moist. You know,
yeah.
I mean, it's been pretty moist because we're just starting the winter. So, yeah, I'm not excited about that.
I think, dry. Do you have a humidifier on your HVAC system that's built in?
We don't, but we do have a humidifiers throughout the house, and I do steams all the time with my nose.
All right. The other thing that's coming to mind is run a vaporizer in your room at night when you sleep.
Okay.
That's what I do in the wintertime because it gets so dry with the furnace going. So I would run a vaporizer and see if that helps. I get it's the atmosphere in your house is really dry for some reason.
Huh. So you don't see any infection or anything?
I'm not at all.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's
right.
your atmosphere in your house is dry. For you,
okay, well,
anyway. So run a vaporizer at night. Do you have a ceiling fan in your bedroom?
No.
Okay, well, put the vaporizer.
We don't need ceiling fans in Montana.
Yeah, I got one in every room of my house, including my master bathroom.
Yeah, you need them down there because it's so hot, and you need the.
I don't have one in all the bathrooms. It's the master bathroom. It's great when you get out of the shower and you're hot. You know, it's great. I always have that thing running.
Yeah.
But put it up on a table so that the moisture goes up in the air, because if it's down on the floor, it goes up a little bit and then it gets in the carpet or in the rugs or whatever. So be sure that it's up on some kind of a table so that it's going up in the air. Okay? All right.
Okay.
Well, I hope that helps.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck with that.
Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, geez. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Okay, let's see who's next. I believe it's Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Are you there? Are you on? There you are.
Michelle.
You're not Michelle. 303 area code. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Gail.
Hi, Gail.
Hi.
Well, my dashboard says Michelle, so maybe we're going to change your name for you.
Okay.
Hey, Julie. Where are you calling from?
Actually, Buffalo, New York.
Oh, good. Terrific. Somebody just talked to me. Who was that? Somebody.
Julie, it's Michelle, so I'll just mute again.
Oh, go ahead. Take Michelle. Go ahead.
Well, I have Maslanka, Donald. Is that you?
That's
Gail?
me, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll change your name there. Michelle, I'm going to come back to you. So hang on. She came in just a minute ago, and so she wasn't muted yet. So, Michelle, I'll come back to you, girl. All right. How are you?
Oh, so you're back with me?
I am.
Great. Hey, Julie. So I'm calling you from Denver.
Yeah.
And my question is, I started bioidentical hormones about 6 weeks ago, and it's been super helpful for the hot flashes.
Great.
But since then, I've noticed a butterfly rash on my face, and my concern is if it's an autoimmune thing, maybe lupus or something.
Okay. Well, let me get you on my radar and let's see what's going on.
Okay.
And then we'll take it from there. So I'm so glad you're feeling better on the hormones.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know. They're miraculous, aren't they? You think,
yes.
Why did I wait so long to do that? All right.
Exactly.
Here we go. Connected into you. Got you. Okay. I'm seeing a rash where the energy went, Michelle, was on your right cheek, on your face. Is that where the rash is?
Yeah, it's on both sides, but maybe more on the right side.
Maybe more on the right side. So what all are you on the bioidenticals?
It's estrogen and DHEA in the morning, and then progesterone at night.
It's the progesterone that's causing the rash.
Okay.
So talk to your doctor and tell them that you're getting a rash, and what they'll probably do is they'll reduce your dose, or they'll change the delivery method. Just call and talk to the doctor or the nurse. A lot of times the nurse, they know all that stuff too, and just tell them what's going on. I'm getting it's from the progesterone you're on.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much.
I had to play with that a little bit myself when I first started with them, and it comes in creams, and you can put it in a sublingual tablet, and, there's different ways to get the progesterone, so play with it a little. But I believe that's what's going on. So good news for your body, letting you know, hey, we need to make a little bit of an adjustment here. But you look great. Your energy field looks very, very bright. You're glowing in the dark, honey.
Awesome. And I have an appointment with you in a few weeks, so I will talk to you then.
Yes. Looking forward to it. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
You bet. Bye-bye. All right. Let's go to Nancy next. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Julie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well.
I'm calling from Toronto. Sorry.
Yes. Got a question for me?
I do. It's regarding my daughter. She was in a scooter accident, so she's very, she had like road rash or road, like on one side of her body. And I was hoping that maybe you could send her like healing energy or what you think is best for her.
Absolutely. Keep it moist, Nancy. Have her keep it moist. Even if she puts Vaseline or something on it, it's going to help it heal faster. Have you ever seen the dressing that is clear? It almost looks like saran wrap, and it's similar to fake skin. They use it for IV dressing. Have you ever seen that in the hospital where they'll put a clear, kind of a sticky, clear dressing on? Tegaderm is a name that is sold in the drugstores, and the hospitals use it, and that's going to help the skin heal faster. So keep it moist. We used to think if we let a scab form, that's what we needed to do, but what they found is that if you can keep the wound moist and covered, that's why I like that fake skin stuff, because it keeps the nerve endings warm, so it helps prevent pain, helps lessen pain. But the cells can migrate across the top. When we have a scab, they have to migrate down, kind of tunnel down, and then work up, whereas they can come straight across the top, and that will help her heal better and faster. So I hope that helps.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Take care. Okay, let's see who's next. I believe it's Susie. Hi, Suze.
Oh my gosh! I just said my name in my head. Thank you, Julie. for taking my
call.
How
are you?
Well, good. I was so blown away hearing about the weather in Montana, where here it's super hot in California, in the San Francisco Bay Area. And so I have a kind of a boring question, but it's kind of important for me because I'm trying to decide whether I need to get an X-ray on my left hand or whether it's just due to some kind of arthritis or inflammation. Because some days this week, like last weekend, I could hardly use my left hand, and I am left-handed. Mm-hmm. And then Monday I was going to get an X-ray, and then it was better, and then last night it started hurting again, but today it's, not so bad. So it's hurting right kind of under the thumb. There's like that, if you go straight down to the thumb right before the wrist, that kind of, I don't know if it's a joint or whatever, that seems to really hurt, and like even in the thumb joint, all the way down that whole kind of area, in that fleshy area. So that's my question.
Yeah, it's inflamed, Susie. I just went ahead and connected to you while you were talking. It's not carpal tunnel, from using the computer and stuff. So what have you been doing? Have you been gardening? Did you play tennis? What are you doing?
No. I mean, I didn't know if it's from the lupus. My doctor thinks I'm in lupus flare, so she had me I doubled the steroids just because I couldn't use my thumb. I literally couldn't use my hand. It was so bad. So I went ahead and doubled it, and it seemed to kind of help when I increased the steroids. But, yeah, I haven't done anything else. I do use that thumb to text, and so I don't know if that's part of it, but it's I haven't done anything other than wonder if it's from the lupus. And that's why it was hurting so much on the weekend. That's why I thought, well, maybe it's broken because it was so bad. Maybe I need an X-ray. But then the fact that it got better Monday after I doubled the steroids, I don't know whether that means it doesn't need an X-ray or not.
I've put anti-inflammatory energy on it. So inflammation, everybody who's listening, looks to me like red fog over body parts. And then anti-inflammatory energy is a royal blue color. And so I put that on the area that's inflamed, Suze, you know this.
Thank you.
And then it calms it down and helps with the pain. I don't see anything that looks broken or torn or any of that in there. I think it's inflammation. When I ask, is it from lupus, I get a yes. A lupus flare-up, I get a yes.
Okay. All right. And so I assume you think I should just continue on the double. She wants me to go see a specialist in lupus at UCSF, and their first appointment's not till November. And she asked me to get on cancellation list, which I did. But do you see it's in my best interest to go ahead and go to that appointment and stay on the double dose of prednisone until then? Because that's what she suggested.
At this moment in time, I'm getting a yes.
Okay.
Just because of your pain level, so that it's manageable. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
yes, it really helps. Thank you so much. And wishing all the best to your husband. I'll be praying for him. Thank you so much, Julie. Love your show. Take care.
Okay. Thanks, Susie.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-770-4160, and the access code is 533-677-pound. You can find this information a bunch of places on my website, AskJulieRyan.com, and also it's in the show notes wherever you download podcasts. We're on bunches of networks, pretty much anywhere you download a podcast. We're on YouTube. We're on Alexa. We're on a bunch of places. Also, I send out a blog every week, which is a question that somebody has submitted online, and I answer it, and it's in the show notes there. I also post it on social media on Ask Julie Ryan Instagram and Ask Julie Ryan on Facebook. And the day of the show, I'll always post something that gives the call-in information. So there's a lot of places where you can look if you want to call in. While you're on my site, sign up for my newsletter and also schedule an appointment, and then I'll have you for a whole hour. And it's so much fun, you guys. We can talk about whatever you want. Medical stuff, past life stuff, deceased loved ones, deceased pets, current pets. Your pet's sick, we can work on that. It's just, we have so much fun, and the hour goes really fast. So keep that in mind. Also, this is the last Thursday of the month, so remember, sign up for my free drawing for a free session, and you only have to do 3 easy things for that. Follow me on Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan. sign up for my blog at AskJulieRyan.com and put a review on iTunes at Ask Julie Ryan, and then a lucky winner will be chosen next week, and I'll announce who that is, and you get a free 1-hour session with me valued at $155. So that's always fun to see who that is. All right, this week was such a fun question for me to answer, and it comes from Amy, and Amy lives in Lakeland, Florida. And Amy asked, "Hello, Julie. I love your podcast. Thank you so much for all the wisdom you share. I really enjoy how your show brings much-needed comfort to so many." Oh, thanks, Miss Amy. How sweet of you to say that. She went on to say, "I wanted to ask you about a past life. I had a reading done a year ago by a psychic who saw that I had a past life as a woman, possibly living in the 15th century. This psychic said I was persecuted because I married a man I wasn't allowed to marry. Well, I've been going to school for hypnotherapy. One skill we learned is a breath work technique meant to clear out any blockages. You never know where breath work might lead. Usually people will go back to a trauma from childhood. But when it was my turn as a student to try the breath work, I went back to a past life, and I believe it was the one I had the reading on. I saw my husband and myself being corralled by the townspeople. It seems I was too outspoken in this village, and we were both hanged. It was quite an experience in hypnosis. Do you see anything pertaining to this life or a past life in which I was persecuted? Can you see the century or give me any more information about that lifetime? I feel it's been quite healing to learn some of this and has helped clear some blocks in my current lifetime. Thank you so much, Julie." Amy, not a fun question? And so here's my fun response. "Hi, Amy. What an interesting and fun question you've asked. My answer may sound like a Downton Abbey tale from the Middle Ages." By the way, I saw the Downton Abbey movie last week. It's great. If you're a Downton Abbey fan, go see it. It was #1 at the box office last week. I thought that was fabulous. I went on to say, here's what I got when energetically connecting to your past life in question. Your name was Lady Arabella, and you lived in an area near the current-day city of Arlon in Belgium. You were an aristocrat, the daughter of a wealthy family of landowners and merchants. The year was 1497, which would have been at the end of the 15th century. At that time, the area in what is now southeast Belgium was ruled by the Duchy of Luxembourg, and as you correctly guessed, marriages of different classes were highly frowned upon and basically forbidden. Aristocrats not only had to get permission to marry from their powerful families, they had to obtain permission from their lord, in your case, the Duke of Luxembourg. Needless to say, the lords almost always sided with the paternal head of the bride or groom's family. It's interesting to note that even today, Queen Elizabeth and other monarchs and nobility must approve marriages of their relatives. In the past life, you fell in love with a liveryman, a man who worked in your family's stable and tended to the estate's horses. His name was Martin. And just to complicate matters, you were betrothed to the son of a wealthy family in what is modern-day Brussels. His family, like yours, owned a vast amount of land used for farming. Your marriage was to be the combining of two powerful families and would have resulted in increased riches for all concerned. You know, that's what they did back then. It was marriages that were political, and it was usually about money, with the aristocrats. So I went on to say, being the determined woman you were, you defied the rules, married Martin, and made plans to live your lives elsewhere. Where it got tragic was when you and Martin tried to leave your family estate. You both stole horses, money, and supplies, and for that you were hanged. During the Middle Ages, stealing was a crime punishable by death. In the end, I suppose you could say you lost your life because you followed your heart and married a fellow from a different class. Now that's what I call true love. Hope this answers some questions for you. So here's how this works. When I was getting all this information, I was getting this download on Amy's past life. And so I get information about where did she live. I got her name first, Lady Arabella. I got she was an aristocrat. And then I got where did she live, and I got Arlon, Belgium. So I'm online looking at, I never heard of Arlon, Belgium. So I'm looking at that. And then I am getting 1497, and I knew that was in the 15th century, so I Googled that too. So as stuff comes in, when I'm doing these past life scans or whatever, a lot of the time I'll go get validation for the information I'm getting in divine downloads, I call them, and I'll go to the web and I'll look at stuff. So, for instance, I didn't know that stealing was a crime punishable by death in the Middle Ages, but I found that in my research. And, I got that her husband was a liveryman. I got that his name was Martin. So it was so fun doing this one this week, Amy. So thank you so much for providing that question for me and for all of us listening. Very, very fun. All right, let's go back to the phone, and I believe our next caller is Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. This is my first time on, and I'm calling from Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, welcome. So delighted to have you. Do you have a question for me?
Yeah, I was hoping you might be able to do a body scan. I'm relatively healthy, and as far as I know, but I've stayed away from traditional doctors for my entire life, so I don't go and get checkups or anything like that. But I did have a couple spiritual people over the past few years, different ones, tell me that they've seen maybe some issues around my kidney or liver, and I've done some holistic work, so to speak, since then. Mm-hmm. So I'm just wondering if what you might see, and if those issues have cleared up, or if there's still concern there.
I went ahead and connected to you, Melissa, while you were talking, just for time's sake. And your energy looks really low to me. It looks like you're tired. It looks like you're exhausted. Is it just the end of the day, or are you feeling exhaustion a lot?
Well, it is the end of my work day right now, but I have felt that, yeah, like where my energy is just low, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm doing is I'm shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head just to energize your body so I can see what's going on, what's causing the exhaustion. And what I'm seeing, I don't know what your name is, but you look to me like you could use some bioidentical hormones. How young are you?
I'm 43.
Okay. So I think you're either in perimenopause or you've got something going on with hormones. I don't know if maybe you're on the pill, or you've been on the pill, or using some kind of birth control with estrogen involved.
No birth control, but I do sense that I'm in the early stages of
perimenopause.
Menopause.
Yeah. So what I did was I shot some energetic estrogen into you, and you just perked right up. Your energy field just lit right up. So a book, I would recommend 2 books. Number 1 would be Dr. Christiane Northrup, MD, Women's Wisdom, Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom. That's the Bible on this. And you want to go to drnorthrup.com, NORTHRUP, drnorthrup.com. She is the fairy godmother of women's health. She is the expert. She's an icon. And then the other book I would recommend is Suzanne Summers, the actress. She has several books. The 60 Years is good. Things like the books like that. If you go on her website, SuzanneSummers.com, you'll see all her books. She has done a magnificent job of interviewing experts on women's health around the world, and you'll learn a lot from that. And then I would go to a couple of websites. One is called IFM.com, which is the Institute of Functional Medicine, and they there will have doctors in your area. You can put in your zip code, and they'll have doctors in your area who can help you with bioidentical hormones. You want the bioidenticals, Melissa, because they're the exact molecular composition of what our bodies make when we're young and fertile. The synthetic hormones have extra molecules added to them because they want their formulas to be patented. And it's made from pregnant horse mare urine, and sometimes the body's going, what the heck is this? So bioidenticals are what you want to do. Another website to find a doctor would be A4M, the letter A, the number 4, M as in Mary.com. And that's for the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine. And again, you put in your zip code, and it will populate with doctors that are in your area. Certainly there will be many of them in Phoenix for you to choose.
Right. And nothing with the kidney or liver, nothing major going on there?
I'm not seeing anything. I think this is hormone related. I think you're in perimenopause. Yeah.
Okay.
You can head off all these symptoms at the pass. There's no reason to go through all the, the menopausal hormonal stuff if you don't have to. The technology is there. And so it keeps your brain healthy and your heart healthy and your bones healthy. I've been on them myself for 15 years. I wouldn't be without them.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so I hope that helps.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks for calling.
All right, thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, I believe our next caller is Tanya. Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
Hi, there you are. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Where are you calling us from?
I'm in Pass Christian, Mississippi.
Oh, Southern Belle like me, baby. You're right next door.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, terrific. You got a question for me?
Oh, I'm so torn on, there's two issues. I'm so torn on which one to ask you about. But the way the last caller just had you scan, maybe if you just scan and tell me which thing is standing out more that needs to be addressed, or maybe you might see something totally different that's more important.
All right. So I've got you on my radar. You have tell me what you want me to check on, because what I'm seeing I want you to do a private session with me.
Okay.
Okay, but tell me what you want me to check. What do you want me to check?
It was between the neck pain and the UTI cause.
Okay. All right. The cause of the UTI. Okay, I got sex. You need to pee after you do the wild thing, girl.
I do. I've been doing it for 20 years.
All right. So that's what I'm getting. It's from sex. So, yeah, get up afterwards and pee. Let me see if there's anything else you can do along those lines. I'm getting, consider using a vaginal lubricant. I don't know what your age is, but consider doing that. See if that helps. I'm getting that those tissues are getting really irritated. Your urethra and all of that down there, in those netherworld zones. So I believe that's being caused by sex. So schedule a private consult with me, and we'll go into the other stuff that I'm seeing, because I want to do a deep dive, not to alarm you. I mean, I don't think you're not dying. If you were dying, I wouldn't be able to scan you, obviously, because your spirit wouldn't be in your body. But there's some stuff that I want to do a deep dive on that's in your back and your neck. So let's do that, and go to AskJulieRyan.com and pick a date and time, and I'll look forward to talking with you then. We'll have a whole hour. Okay. Thanks, Tanya.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye. All right. Let's see who else we have. I believe we have Cheyenne. Hi, Cheyenne.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
Palmdale, California.
Okay. You got a quick question for me?
I've just been really sick the past few years, especially the past year. Just a lot of dizziness, headache, nausea, neck pain, stomach pain, and every time I go to the doctor, they say I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not sure what's been going on.
Okay. So I've got you on my radar. Your whole body is inflamed, child. You have lots of inflammation.
Yeah.
I mean, holy moly. All right. Sometimes, most of the time, I'll see red fog on a body part. Your whole body is red and inflamed. No wonder you're in pain. All right. So let me get that calmed down with anti-inflammatory energy, which is blue. And let me see what's going on. It looks to me like you got some kind of funky parasite going on in your GI tract. Email me, Cheyenne, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com. I'm going to send you a link for a gut biome test. You don't need a prescription. It's a poop test. Sounds lovely, I know, but it's easy to do at home. And let's find out what's going on in your gut, because food is the best medicine. It's going to identify what the critters are in your gut, which is where our immune system is based. But more importantly, it's going to tell you what foods are going to be your superfoods to eat to make you well and to keep you well. Anybody that's listening that wants that, email me, julie@askjulieryan.com, and I'll send you a link for half off of that test. Okay, Cheyenne? And then that's going to give us a lot of information. I think you have a GI thing going on.
Okay.
With a creepy crawler in there. Okay. So, yeah, I hope that anti-inflammatory energy helps you feel better.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thanks for calling. Bye. All right, let's see who's next. I believe it's Colleen. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Terrific.
I'm calling
Where are you calling from?
Arlington, Virginia.
Okay, terrific. You got a question for me?
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome about 10 years ago. In the last year, I've been dealing with acne on my back. I have kind of a bunch of symptoms, but that's something that I've been dealing with for the last year. So I assume it's related to the PCOS, but I don't know. I want to know what's causing it and how to get rid of it without just going to the dermatologist and being put on medication, since I try to do things more holistically. And I did a food sensitivity test to see if that might be a cause, and there's quite a few foods that came up as being sensitive to. So I didn't know if it's a gut issue or what it is.
It's a gut issue, and just like I was talking with Cheyenne, email me, julie@askjulieryan.com. I'll send you the link. Get this gut biome test done, and then instead of saying, what you're sensitive to, it's going to tell you what to eat and what to avoid at this point until you can get your gut biome back in a robust form, which is going to give you a robust immune system. The first thing that came up was some kind of steroids. Were you on some kind of steroids for your polycystic ovarian syndrome?
Not for that. I was for acne a couple of years ago, but I felt like I don't know, it wasn't really, I didn't feel good when I was on it, so I stopped taking it.
It whacks your gut. It whacks your immune system, whacks your gut biome when we take steroids, and it allows an overabundance of yeast normally. And so I believe that's what's going on. It's food related. It's gut related. Let's do this. Get you to do this gut biome test, and we'll get a bunch of answers. And food is the best medicine, Colleen, and that's going to help you heal.
And would that help to kind of heal the PCOS, or would that be an entirely different thing?
I get a yes. The body has a tremendous capacity to heal, and everything can be healed. Everything can be healed. So consider doing a private appointment with me. Let's do a deep dive on that, see what's going on. Normally, the PCOS is related to hormones. So let's see what's going on with that.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks for calling. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let's go to Amanda next. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Julie. This is Amanda from New York.
Hi, Amanda from New York. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really excited to be on the line.
Well, I'm excited to have you. You got a quick question for me?
I do. And I also want to let you know I am thinking about your husband, and I will be thinking about him, praying for him.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You know what's funny about that, Amanda, and everybody listening? When there are prayers being said for somebody, and whether it's just actual prayers or whether it's just positive thoughts, when somebody's in the operating room, and I talk about this in my book, Angelic Attendance, I can see the number of spirits that indicate how much prayer is being said for somebody. When somebody's getting a lot of prayer said for him, he's crowded in that OR suite with the spirits that are in there. There's definitely a correlation. It's fascinating to watch. So I think it's all those positive vibes and all those spirits show up to lend their support and, their energy and encouragement. So I appreciate that.
Well, then there's going to be a stadium full of people for your husband.
I have these nuns in Nashville that educated my son. They have schools all over the world, and I think they got 50-some schools. And if it's something really important, I'll call them, and I'll say, okay, I need you to put this up on the big board, and they send out a prayer request to all their schools worldwide. and they got all those hundreds and thousands of kids praying. And so I only use that in really, really severe cases. But the sisters will be getting a call from me here shortly.
That's a great connect.
Yeah. So what you got for me in a question?
So for the last couple of years, physically, I just haven't quite felt like myself. I feel like I'm holding on to weight and can't lose it, even though I'm pretty healthy with my diet and lifestyle, and my body just seems not, like something's off. My allergies and asthma act up more often. My sex drive is low. Something's off.
Are you on the pill?
I am not.
Have you been?
Never.
All right. I get it's hormonal. It's a hormonal thing going on. And so I just shot some energetic estrogen into you. You sound young. And I work with so many young women, Amanda, who a lot of times after they have babies, their hormones get all out of whack. If they're coming off the pill, their hormones get out of whack. It can be a bunch of different reasons. So I would recommend the gut biome test. Let's look at that. Email me, julie@askjulieryan.com. And those sites that I was giving, I forget who it was. I think it was Melissa from Phoenix, about functionalmedicine.org, which is IFM, Institute of Functional Medicine, IFM.org, and A4M.com. I would look into perhaps finding a doctor. I would do the food test first, the gut biome test, but then I would also look about that because I think you got a hormone thing going on. And again, if you want to do a private session with me, we can do a deep dive and really see what's causing it. It's hormone related. Yeah.
Do you think a private session would help? Because I don't have insurance, and I also don't necessarily. I try to keep it pretty holistic and natural with health care. I did go for some blood tests about a year ago, but they found nothing anyway.
Well, let's do a deep dive. We'll have an hour, and we'll see what the symptoms are, and we can reverse engineer them and see what's going on and see if we can get to the cause of this and fix it. But a lot of the time, it's food. I mean, really, food helps our bodies heal better than anything. And so that's why I always say that gut biome test. So email me, and I'll send you a link for it.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thanks for calling. Take care.
You.
Bye. All right. Let's go to Danielle next. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Terrific. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Ridgecrest, California, where we had all the earthquakes this summer.
Oh, my gosh. You okay?
Yes. Thankfully, everything was fine. I had things break, but, my dogs in my house were okay, and that's the important thing.
Wonderful. Well, you got a quick question for me? We're coming on to the last few minutes.
Sure. So I'll make this quick, I promise. I actually had somebody tell me that, you need to call Julie and, get on these calls. I just get this nagging feeling. Mm-hmm. So I guess just first and foremost, I'm wondering if there's just anything popping into your mind. Otherwise, I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
I actually sent it in too, but I have a 14-and-a-half-year-old dog. Her name is Roxy, female. She's been on incontinence medication for a while. Seems to be getting a little bit worse. And I'm just wondering if there's maybe anything else I can do to make her a little bit more comfortable, or any other issues that you might be able to tap into that I'm not aware of.
What I got was to put a diaper on her. Just keep her diaper on her. Keep a diaper on her. And I hate to tell you this, but when I ask dogs over all these years and all these thousands of times I've talked to dogs, which is a lot, when I say, how does your owner know when it's time for you to go to dog heaven? And they'll say, when I can't control my bowels. So I don't know if her incontinence is just urinary, or is it bowel related as well?
It's just urinary, and she's okay, and most of the time we can manage it, but it, I have to keep a fairly kind of strict bathroom routine, or if we go out and she gets a good walk in. She's a big dog, and then she lays down to rest, all of those muscles rest, and then she has accidents.
Yeah, I'm getting to put a diaper on her as long as it's urinary, and then if it gets to the point where she can't control her bowels, then there's something more going on, and it's worth talking to the vet about that. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but that's what I hear. That's what I've heard just countless times from dogs.
Okay, no, that's kind of, I know she's 14 and a half, and right now it's, like I said, it's manageable, but it gets me thinking about making that unfun decision.
It's awful. I've been there. It's horrible. But remember, their spirits are always with us, and they're even with us when we're dying.
I was in that situation last year with my childhood dog, so it's still
awful.
Recent feelings.
Yeah. I don't think she's there. I don't think she's. Her spirit's attached to her body. I wouldn't be able to scan her otherwise. But I'm just getting get some doggy diapers.
Okay,
Okay.
Thank you. I've got mine.
You bet. Thanks for calling. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. All right, everybody. We are out of time. To all of you who I didn't get to, please call in next week. Tell me that I didn't get to you, and I will take you first. That's what I did this week. All those, for the first 3 or 4, were people who had called in last week, so I'll do my best to do that. Thank you for taking the time to join me this week. Thank you to those of you who are listening, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye now.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Twitter at AskJulieRyan and like her on Facebook at AskJulieRyan. For information on how you can ask Julie your question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.